shoot my fist in the sky. Amandla!
Awethu!
Amandla!
Awethu!
I bear your name, Nelson. I will get them all.
Where do you come from?
Your imagination! You called for us, no?
I was writing about Winnie.
And about Penelope.
And story not yet told.
I guess what the play seeks to do is to try and understand the kind of figure that Mama Winnie was, and the role that she played in the struggle. But more than anything, the one thing she has in common with these other women is the fact that they have all waited. And as the writer is grappling with the idea of Mama Winnie, especially because once there was democracy in South Africa, she became vilified and almost an enemy.
Who are these women? Their cries are pounding in my ears, leaving me awake in the dark for hours. Asugabi,
They come from you.
But now they are calling for me. If I can hear them, and I answer, surely everybody else will hear me too.
Yes.
Let's try and understand the ordinary Black South African women's journey. And we realize that through their journeys, they're all very similar to the journey that Mama Winnie experienced. And so what I really sought to do with the play was to make her as human as possible. I wanted to humanize her. I wanted us to see ourselves in her and her story.
You have always been your own woman, Winnie Mandela. I'm surprised that you actually arrived.
You have been waiting for me, right?
Departures, waitings, returns.
Three pillars of a South African woman's life.
It tries to investigate what happens to the family unit when you are in waiting, in limbo, and expecting some sort of result at the end. And we see some of the tragic stories and the endings of these women, that their lives they continued, but to a huge degree didn't move.
My thoughts race to Nelson and how he departed in a flourish, and I waited in a flourish. Where were you when I desired you, Nelson? What were you doing in that place, surrounded by a perpetually raging sea that finally stopped our thoughts and our feelings?
Nelson Mandela was framed and contextualized as someone who was the hero of the struggle. You know, of course he wasn't the only one, and we know that. And I think, but what is important about this play is that it does problematize him. You know, very often some might say he was an absent father. Of course, it wasn't by his choice, but he was an absent father. And so what happens to children being raised in a home where there's no dad?
And the embers of rage. Gamma, enough. Enough now. Get back into the car.
She's on her way now. She's going south. The traffic on the highway is heavy.